Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles.
Hey, watch the leg.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Mike, 55. Hey, echo. 55. I'm coming.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. Look at the dance and the juke. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Check the backer. Back. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, chill. 47. 26.
On second and a couple, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Hey, box truck.
Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay like that.
Yeah, they certainly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 52 right here. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check right 54. Right 54. Come on.
Jim, go Jim.
34. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Go ahead. Feel it.
54 is Mike. 54.
Fitzpatrick now. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And somebody's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Preston. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Drake. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Mike 180. Mike 5-4. 3 bud.
PPP.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
6-man.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, I-7.
54, right there.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Regular.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. His throw incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll run with Elliott. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And on the left side, he's got Witten.
Prescott's pass complete to Jason Witten.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now this throw caught left side, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Kimdichie just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Squish, double. Mike 52.
Prescott to throw this time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
52 and 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, Drake. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Mike 20. Mike 54. And let's get in them holes. Go.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Drake. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally run him down, but not in until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right if they can get some first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he comes back with one complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Right back to Drake. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There you go, get down, get down, get down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And, in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a pin right in my name.
He keeps playing like this. He'll be dropping those ballots from a plane above the city. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
There you go. Line 8. Check 52. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 8. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Cowboys, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.